So check this out. In the past decade, Lisbon has become one of Europe's top destinations. Hell, just last year it won the World Travel Award for Best City. And that shit's like winning the Oscars. At least, I think so. I don't really care. Yet, whenever you go online and you search for something like a video guide, all you get are amateur vlogs and these boring corporate videos that make me wanna go to sleep. It's time to step things up. So here's a quick, simple, no bullshit guide to Lisbon, made by someone who actually lives here. Step 1. Avoid dumb tourist traps. Like any other city in the world, Lisbon has its fair share of dumb tourist shit. The biggest offender here is the elevator of Santa Justa. It feels like every time I head downtown, I see huge lines of people who have no idea what you're actually queuing up for. Real talk. This elevator is absolute bullshit and not worth your time. It's literally just an old elevator that takes you to a mediocre viewpoint. Ignore anyone who tells you otherwise and unfriend them on Facebook. I can literally name you 10 other viewpoints that are way better just off the top of my head. Go there instead. Step 2. Go to Belém and eat a pastel. Belém is one of Lisbon's chillest spots. It's also home to 3 of its most iconic landmarks. The Tower of Belém, the Jerónimos Monastery, and the Discoveries Pattern. But fuck that shit! What do you want to do in Belém is head down to the Pastéis de Belém bakery and get yourself a goddamn pastel. One of the most delicious things you'll ever taste in your life. Holy shit are these things good. And don't be scared by the lines. The people who work here are efficient as fuck. It only took me 3 minutes to get some service despite the size of the line you see in this video. So get yourself a pastel, cover that shit in cinnamon, and enjoy the ride. Side note, even though they look pretty much the same, there is a difference between a pastel de nata and a pastel de Belém. The pastel de Belém is the real OG shit, made from a 200-year-old secret recipe. The pastel de nata is more like a cheap ripoff. They're still good though, so try both. Step 3. Have a ginginha. Ginginha is a Portuguese liquor made from ginger berries and it's delish. It's served in a shot glass with a little piece of fruit in the bottom, but don't drink it like a shot. Take your time and savor that shit like it's a fine wine. There's a ginginha shop right at Rocio, so head on down and have a shot. Or 10. Step 4. Go to Moraria. Moraria is one of the oldest parts of Lisbon. It's also where our first king banished all the Moors who wouldn't convert after he conquered the city. Back in the day, it used to be a pretty rough ghetto, but today it's one of the coolest parts of the city, and it astounds me how many guides ignore it. It has charming streets, dope restaurants, and it's full of awesome street art. It's also home to my absolute favorite bar in all of Lisbon, so come on down and grab yourself a beer. Step 5. Make the climb to St. George's Castle. I'm gonna be real with you. This castle is just about the most touristy thing you can do in Lisbon, but you still need to check it out. It's a 1,000-year-old castle with history out the wazoo, and it has fucking peacocks. Just chilling, like they own the place. Make sure you go there before 5 PM though, so you can check out the tower's chamber. Trust me, what's inside will blow your mind. Step 6. Drink a lemonade at Cais do Sodré. So Cais do Sodré used to be one of Lisbon's sketchiest areas, but a few years back our government decided to do a massive facelift to the whole place. And now it's pretty nice. There's this little lemonade stand by the harbor that sells one of the most refreshing lemonades you'll ever drink in your life. Seriously, this lemonade tastes incredible. So get yourself one, lay down by the grass, and just enjoy the moment, mate. Step 7. Go to Sintra. Sintra is easily the best part of Lisbon. I mean, look at this. It's straight out of a fairy tale, man. It's full of palaces, it has a castle on top of a hill, and its natural park is straight out of the Lord of the Rings. That being said, it's also touristy as fuck, so expect droves of people at every corner. Honestly, there's a lot of shit to do in Sintra, so I'm just gonna list the top 5 things you can't miss out on. Number 1. Panda Palace. Probably the world's most colorful palace. Great spot for Instagram pics. Make sure to take a shit ton of photos here and post them all over social media. Remember, traveling is temporary, Instagram is forever. Number 2. Quinta da Regaleira. A mysterious palace where they used to perform some weird Illuminati type shit in a well. Yeah. It's as cool as it sounds. Number 3, the Cliff of Friendship. Getting to this place is a bit of a hike, so if you don't like physical activity, just stay home, fatty. For those of you who don't mind sweating a little bit, you will be rewarded with one of Sintra's best views once you reach the top, so go check it out. Number 4, the House of the Faun. This is a medieval pub that sells homemade ale, which is what the Vikings used to drink. Do you want to feel like a Viking? Then go check it out. Number 5, eat a travesseiro. The travesseiro de Sintra is the absolute best thing you can eat here, and the amount of people that never even try it just blows my mind. Seriously, this should be your first priority the second you arrive in Sintra. Step 8. Listen to a fado performance, if you really want to. Fado is a Portuguese music genre that can be traced back to the 1800s, and in 2011 it was added to the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of fado, and if you're under 25, chances are you won't like it. Most of the songs are pretty sad, and if you don't speak Portuguese, you will be missing out on a lot of their meaning. That being said, it still has a lot of cultural significance. So if you still want to check it out, go to literally any restaurant in Alfama and grab a glass of wine. Just make sure you don't get anything else, because you like to take advantage of tourists in these types of places. Step 9. Check out LX Factory. LX Factory is pretty fucking cool. Redeveloped from a 19th century industrial site, this place is basically hipster heaven, full of trendy shops, trendy restaurants, and trendy bars. It's fucking great! And you should definitely go take a look. Bonus points if you go there during one of its open day events, cause that shit is the tits. Bairro Alto, it's the best goddamn bar district in the world. Shut up. Holy shit, this place is so fucking cool. Hipster rooftops? Check. Dirty rock dungeons? Double check. Big college bars? Triple check that shit. This place literally has a bar for every conceivable taste. That being said, don't just stick around in one bar. The beauty of Bairro is to explore the shit out of it. So hop on from bar to bar until you're drunk enough to make some really bad life decisions and go to Urban Beach.